Welcome back to T's Detroit Sports Talk. I've been gone for a while. There was no reason. I just haven't been making YouTube videos, but now I'm feeling my drive back, feeling back to focus, feeling back to making YouTube videos. So welcome back to T's Detroit Sports Talk. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down this Detroit Pistons all seasons, the moves they made, the moves they didn't make, the moves I wish they would have made. Did they get leaped by other Eastern Conference teams to not be a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference and not be a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference? And is there still a move that they're going to make this offseason even better? So without further ado, let's break down this Detroit Pistons offseason so far. Malik Beasley, that whole thing that dropped, the investigation, the FBI coming after him, is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe you can have that much money and be in that much debt, but that's neither here or there. But I think that news that broke the day before free agency really threw the Pistons front office plans into a loophole. They were like, oh man, now what do we got to do? They were really about to give Malik Beasley a 3-year, $42 million contract. So happy that news came out the day before we gave him that contract, so we were able to not waste our money and we were able to go kind of upgrade the other positions that I thought the Detroit Pistons needed to upgrade. They missed out on Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder was somebody that I thought played extremely well for this Detroit Pistons team. I was somebody I really wanted the Detroit Pistons to consider to re-signing, but the Sacramento Kings wanted him. They wanted him bad. They gave him that contract. He's probably going to be a starting point guard over there in Sacramento with the money that they decided to give him. But I think Caris LeVert is kind of like an upgrade of Dennis Schroeder. He's going to be able to get a bucket like Dennis Schroeder was able to. He's going to be able to run the offense like Dennis Schroeder was able to do. And maybe he can come off and spell Cade a little bit off the bench, or him and Cade can run a 2-man lineup when Jaden Ivey needs to get a rest. That's the thing about this offseason that where I was more leaning, I want to make a trade. I want to make a splash trade so all these Eastern Conference teams don't leapfrog us, because the Eastern Conference is wide open in my opinion. I wanted them to go make a splash trade. But I think Jaden Ivey is what this front office is relying on. I think Jaden Ivey is going to be that splash piece. He was playing some of his best basketball before he got hurt January 1st. He was averaging 17, 18 points a game to put next to Cade Cunningham. Could you imagine if we had him down the stretch? That means we probably wouldn't have got Dennis Schroeder, but still, we would have probably maybe been the top 5 seed, top 4 seed with Jaden Ivey. So I'm really thinking Jaden Ivey is that missing piece right now. That's why I think this front office is hesitant and going to go get that superstar to put next to Cade Cunningham, because you really want to see what you had in Jaden Ivey, because you want to see what they can do with a full season. We haven't had a full season of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. So you pivot from the Malik Beasley signing to Caris LeVert. Caris LeVert's, in my opinion, like I said, I think he is a upgrade over Dennis Schroeder. I think he's going to be able to get you some important minutes off the bench. I think he's going to be able to score. That's what he's known for in the NBA. He's been a scorer. And there was 3-4 minute time frames where this Detroit Pistons team did not score a basket. And that's what you're going to get with Caris LeVert. And missing out on Malik Beasley, missing out on that volume of three-point shooting, you were able to go get a sign and trade, trading Simone Fontecchio, and we got Duncan Robinson, who is also an absolute three-point sniper. And I think he's going to be able to almost not to the same volume as Malik Beasley did, but I think that Duncan Robinson is definitely going to be able to contribute just like Malik Beasley did on the offensive side of the ball. The spacing is going to be really good. And now let's talk about the sign and trade with Dennis Schroeder that was supposed to happen. All the rumors all week was Malik Monk's coming to the Detroit Pistons. Malik Monk would have been sweet to have off the bench. Our bench would have been a sweet scoring, because your starting lineup was going to be Cade, Ivey, Asar, Tobias, and Jalen Duren. Then you got Duncan Robinson, Caris LeVert, and Malik Monk coming off the bench with Isaiah Stewart and Chaz Lanier. Chaz Lanier is going to be pretty sweet eventually once he develops. But right now, with Duncan Robinson, I think you filled that in. Malik Monk wasn't really going to fit here. And that $14 million trade exception we get would have been a $22 million player, or we get a $14 million trade exception. This is the spot where you go get a backup four, someone that can go get a bucket. So we're not putting someone like Simone Fontecchio in there where he's super inconsistent. We need a backup four right now that can come in and get a bucket behind Tobias Harris. So that stretch of offense, when we're going 2-3 minutes without a bucket, doesn't happen next season. That was the killer in those games where we're competing with the top teams in the NBA. Those 3-4 minute spans cannot happen. And that's where this needs to get answered, whether it be PJ Washington, Obi Toppin, Lauri Markkanen, someone that can come in and be a backup four. I don't know if you got Lauri Markkanen, if he's going to really come off the bench, or someone that can move Tobias Harris to the bench, whatever it is. They need size, they need scoring down low, and if they can answer that, this Detroit Pistons offseason has been really solid, and they can use all these pieces that they have acquired to go trade for somebody at the trade deadline if that's what this team is looking for to do, to put a star next to Cade Cunningham. That's what you're going to be able to get out of Karis LeVert's contract, Duncan Robinson's contract, and however this stretch 4 is going to be. I'm really thrilled with this Detroit Pistons offseason. I still think they're a top 6 seed, and if they got a scoring big man to back up Tobias Harris, I think they're a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they are a contender. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Welcome back to the video. Welcome back to T's Detroit Sports Talk, and I will be back dropping more content with the Lions, the Tigers, and the Detroit Pistons. See you guys in the next one. T signing out.